Hi, I'm Rasheed, Ogunlaru, coach, speaker and author of Soul Trader, Putting the Heart Back into Your Business. Welcome. Here we are at the end of another year. I'm just going to invite you to do a short review of your year. There's going to be a few things that I'm going to recommend that you may well want to have to hand. You may well want to have to hand a nice cup of tea because you may well have deserved it. You might want the fruit bowl, or if you're feeling a little bit naughty, you might want to have the biscuit tin, and you're certainly going to need a pen, a notepad and some paper. So you might want to have your notebook and some paper, a pen, and perhaps your diary if you're wanting to flick through a few bits and pieces, or your tablet or your laptop and so on, whatever it is that's going to work for you for this exercise. So get those things, pause those videos if you need any of those things, and then we're going to begin our review of the year. First thing I want to say very briefly is that often at this time of the year, as we head into the last phase of the year and the last days of the year, what can be really interesting is that we can be lamenting what has and what hasn't happened this year. What's really important here is to take the nourishment and the richness and the learning from the year. Most years have their ups and their downs. That's the nature of life, that's the nature of everything. So it's about taking the learning. So what can happen again at the end of this year is that we're all caught up on the relaxation or the celebration and so on, and the festivities at the end of the year, or that we're just tired at the end of the year, and we don't take that little bit of time to reflect and to draw the richness and the learning so that we can start the next year more wise, more well-armed, more more content, more fulfilled, more knowledgeable, readier to flourish personally, professionally, and the rest of it. So in terms of our reviewing the year, I'm just going to ask you a few questions, and I'm going to invite you to perhaps pause or to think about them or to write the answers down. It can be really powerful sometimes to write the answers of these things down. So first and foremost, what's gone really well this year? Personally and professionally. So what have been the highlights? What are the things that have gone well personally and professionally? Pause, take the time you need and write the answers down. Now, what have been the challenges? What have been the setbacks personally and professionally? You might even want to divide it into two, personally, professionally. What have been the challenges been? And what is it that you've learned, both from the ups and the downs, personally and professionally, based on this year? So focusing on what's gone well and what the challenges have been. What is it that you've learned this year? About yourself, about everybody else, and about the world around you. Again, pause, consider, write the answers down. Well done, you're already getting rich insight. And as I say, it might be that you're wanting to kind of flick through a few things. It might be even reaching for your phone or your tablet or your diary and things that you've done, and to recall and bring some of that stuff back to mind. It might even be that you're wanting to close your eyes and just meditate a little bit about the year, or to flick through your diary if you're a paper diary person, or your online diary, however it is that you work, just to be able to answer those questions. Now, what I want you to think about is, so you've thought about what have been the highlights, what's gone well, you've thought about what the challenges have been, and you focus on what the learning has been. Now I just want you to focus on what perhaps are the two or three things that should be priorities for you personally in the year ahead. And then I want you to think about what are the two or three things that should be your priorities for you professionally, in your career, in your business, or restarting your career, or wherever it is that you're at. So personally, first of all, what should be the two or three priorities? For you, it might well be about moving home. It might well be about relationships. It might well be about things to do with the family, or seeing particular people that are really important, or to do with your health and well-being. Just perhaps two or three things. And professionally, you might be thinking, okay, for me it's a new job, or it's a salary raise, or it's going for that manager's position, or it's that career change, or it's retraining to do X or Y. Be as specific as you can with this, what those priorities will be. And I'm saying just 2 or 3 because that means we can really focus on it. What are the things that would, in other words, what are the things that would have the biggest positive impact on you and your life and your career? And then we're pretty much done. We're pretty much ready. I think the last thing I want you to think about is what are the skills, support and resources that you have and that you're going to need. So you might think, okay, well, these are the things I've got. I've got this and this in place. I've got a little bit of savings in place, or I've got this in place, or I've got, I've got experience in doing this and that. And what are the things that I additionally need? You might think, okay, I need to read up on that. I need to study that. I need to have a conversation with my boss about that. I need to update my CV or my LinkedIn profile, whatever it might well be. And I need some help with X, Y, or Z. What is it, the things that you have, and what are the things that you additionally need? There you have it. What I want you to do just before we close, I want you to now give yourself credit for everything that you have done. It might be even you wanting to score between 0 and 10 how you did in all those particular areas. That's all up to you. You know, some of you are going to be detailed people, some of you are just going to be getting a broader sense or overview kind of person. But I want you to really give yourself credit for everything that you have done. And that might well be that just even being here may well be a huge win for you this year. It might be that just having been here might be a huge challenges personally in terms of your health and well-being, in terms of issues to do with family, friends, loved ones, what have you, or in terms of the workplace. We'll all go through those particular times. So it may well be about that inner learning that has been the win from this year. Sometimes a no-score draw is a win. And now I want you to just kind of celebrate, give thanks, be grateful for the fact that you're here, be grateful for the people who are in your life and who've supported you. And now it is toward the end of the year. I want you to go up and celebrate. Perhaps it might be that you're having one of these or a cup of tea or whatever it is that takes your fancy. Whatever it is that you're doing for the rest of the year with loved ones or time to yourself, I wish you every ongoing happiness and every ongoing success. From me, Rasheed Ogunlaru. Take care. Bye-bye.